understand this, that it does not take much for an economic slowdown to happen. If people do not have money, if people are not spending money, trends can change very quickly. Now, it doesn't seem like spending habits of people are changing at this time right now, but we do have data that suggests that Americans are running out of money. These numbers are in line with where they were right before the Great Recession. America has a consumer base like no other. The American consumer is known for their spending and their strong purchasing power, but are Americans running out of money? Now, in this video, we're going to discuss this important topic in detail, and we're going to talk about why this is so important for the economy. Now, before we get started, let me just say that if you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me. Now, despite rising costs and inflations, Americans have been able to continue spending. Now, one of the benefits of the COVID pandemic was that the personal saving rate of people, it just kind of went through the roof at that time. Now, obviously, the stimulus checks that people received, that contributed to it, but also the fact that people had to stay in their houses and weren't able to go out and about, that led to a big increase in savings. Well, it seems like those savings are drying up and people's spending power is evaporating. Now, the personal saving rate this past July, it dropped down to 2.9%. In June, it was 3.1%, so it's continuing to drop. And just for reference, these numbers are in line with where they were right before the Great Recession. Now, the personal saving rate, that's the percentage of disposable income that people save. And this personal saving rate is actually tracked by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis, and it's tracked in order to see the financial health of people, the income of people, in order to predict economic trends and things of that nature. Well, this personal savings rate, we are starting to see people are spending their money at an accelerating rate. Now, again, just for reference, in September of 2021, U.S. household savings dropped by about 70 billion per month. And since this last fall, it has been dropping by about 85 billion per month. Now, again, just to sum it up, people are blowing through their savings like never before. And not only are people blowing through their savings, but the amount that people are spending on credit cards are also starting to increase. Those numbers are continuing to elevate at an accelerating rate. Now, during COVID, people actually used their stimulus checks to pay down their credit cards, and revolving debt like credit cards, lines of credit, they fell below 1 trillion domestically. Well, that trend has not continued, and the revolving revolving debt that we see right now in the country is actually at a record high at about 1.6 trillion. So during COVID, you had people paying off their credit cards. Well, since that time, not only have people basically depleted their savings, but they have also racked up huge credit card bills, and people are going further and further into debt. And while some people are using credit cards for economically stimulating purchases, others are using them for things like groceries and everyday purchases without paying their balances down. Now, it seems like more and more people are being buried by debt, and this happening at the same time that the personal savings rate of people are reaching dangerously low levels. Now, all of this would suggest that Americans are running out of money. Now, on a macroeconomic scale, it does look like the United States is doing just fine. The U.S. economy is going to grow by, the GDP is going to grow by close to about 3%. The Federal Reserve just dropped interest rates, so, interest payments on things like credit cards, in theory, should go down. People should feel less of a strain because rates are going to go down. Rates already went down, and they're going to go down even further. So on a macro level, and the retail sales numbers, they did go up just recently in August, even though it was by a very small percentage, 0.1%, but it still did go up while it was expected to go down. So the consumer base, again, it's like no other. It has purchasing power. It is known for spending, but with the way that the savings rate is dropping and the way that credit card balances are continuing to accelerate, it seems like the American consumer is in a strain, is having a tough time right now. Understand this, that it does not take much for an economic slowdown to happen. If people do not have money, if people are not spending money, trends can change very quickly. Now, it doesn't seem like spending habits of people are changing at this time right now, but we do have data that suggests that Americans are running out of money. If you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me.